If you have one of these Rheem water heaters and you get this double red flashing light that says thermopile voltage low, is it actually the thermopile? Or could it be this gas control valve assembly? Turns out that nobody really knows, including Rheem, because when I called the tech line, they had told me that my problem was the thermopile. After I told them I'd replaced the thermopile, then they said, oh, it's the gas control valve assembly. Saturday morning, my wife says, I hate to hit you up with this, but we don't have any hot water. Came downstairs, tried to light this sucker, and got two repetitive red flashes. Pause. Pause. I look here to see what that means. Two flashes red, thermopile voltage low. It indicates that you need a new thermopile. So I went on Google trying to find one, looked around everywhere, and every time I looked for Ace Hardware or thermopile, it bumped me to Canada for some reason, and I couldn't figure that out. So I got in the truck and I started driving from store to store to store. Went to an Ace Hardware and asked, what's up with that? There's something wrong with my computer. And they said, nope, ours is doing the same thing because of the tariffs right now. Inventory is very low. In fact, the company Rheem, who makes these things, on their parts website is showing a lot of things out of stock. So then I went to our local tractor farm and fleet store, found one. Although the sales associate said it didn't exist, I looked on the app and it said it did, told me what aisle it was in, and gave me a SKU number. So I was able to buy a new thermopile, and I was also able to install it. Before I installed the new thermopile, I also took the basket out, cleaned everything with steel wool, blew it out with compressed air, used mass airflow sensor cleaner for a car just to clean everything really good, and then put everything back together. I had to cut the wire for the old thermopile right here because there's a rubber grommet down here that I was never going to get either this big tip through, this big thermopile tip, or this harness piece through. And it's very heat damaged on the other side. So I had to cut this wire in half to take the old thermopile out. And as you can see here, when I put the new one in, I just spliced them together. Didn't do anything too fancy with that, but thought I had the issue taken care of. So went to light the pilot light again. And to do that, you turn the gas on, you turn this pilot to on, you press down on it and start clicking this button until it lights. And you can look through this window down here to see if it's lit. Well, the pilot did indeed light. And I got this blue light flashing, normal operation. And if you look up here, it says one flash, blue, normal operation. It's the only blue light you're going to get is a flash, flash, flash. And that should tell you everything's okay. You're supposed to hold this down for like a minute or two just to get the voltage to come to the thermopile. Apparently the way this thermopile works is there's no battery inside of this gas control valve module. It's powered by the heat from the thermopile. So we know the thermopile works. It's sending some voltage here. Like I said, you got to let that pilot go for like maybe 30 seconds to a minute before you start getting the blue indicator flash, because the voltage has to get to this unit to make the status light work. As soon as I released this valve, this pilot button here, the pilot went out. And I still got the blue normal operation flashing. Turn it, whatever, it doesn't matter. The pilot's out, nothing lights. Come to find out, after some research online, that's an indication that this Honeywell gas control valve assembly, which is what I'm calling it, is bad. Now, is it really the gas control valve? You can put a multimeter on it, or you can put a little, I think, a 9-volt battery on it with alligator clips and test these things to make sure the gas control valve is actually bad. If you can get this cover off. What a lot of times it turns out to be is a circuit board inside of this thing, which you can get on eBay, I guess, for like 60, 70 bucks, but then you got to wait days and days to get the thing. So my son-in-law's father is an HVAC tech. He does water heaters. He came over to check everything that I did. He said, you got a good strong pilot, you cleaned it right, it looks good, your thermopile seems to be working. It's got to be this gas control valve. So he called up his parts supplier and they said that it would be here like the next day. Well, turns out that we are at the next day and they don't know where it is. But here's the good news. I told the tech that I felt like that this water heater had a 12-year warranty on it and I've only had it for 9 years. He said, well, in that case, what you need to do is call Rheem and cash in on your warranty. So I had to get the serial number off of this thing and the model number and put it into this finder on the Rheem website. It showed that Home Depot owned it. I never registered it. So what I did was I registered the unit right away under my name. I submitted it, verified it, printed out the certificate. And then right after that, I called Rheem and I told them what was going on. And they said, well, we're going to put you in touch with the tech. It's going to be about an hour. So I waited for a call back from the tech and I was told that I might have to mess around with this thing and try all this troubleshooting stuff before they'll send me a part. And it might take about 40 minutes to do. Well, when I got a hold of the tech, I explained the situation and they said, well, it's a thermopile. And I said, actually, I put a new thermopile in it. And they said, oh, then it's a gas control valve. We'll send one of those out to you. And I paid for the $30 expedited shipping, which could be 2 to 3 days out. So it might show up tomorrow or the next day because the part that we ordered, that we paid up for, $270 plus shipping and tax, is not here. Always have a contingency plan on this stuff, I guess, is the moral of the story. I have a family up there that you can hear running around. They're not very happy right now because they have not had hot water for 4 days now. And it looks like there may be a 5th day, at least a 5th day, maybe a 6th day if we have to wait for this warranty part to actually show up. But yeah, that's the saga. I mean, even with warranty, the labor isn't included. And I'm able to do a lot of work myself. I did have to call in reinforcements to check my math. They said I did everything right. Every indication that they found here pointed to this guy right here, the assembly. Like I say, the gas valve might be fine. The circuit board might be bad, though. I've heard that that's pretty common for these things to go. And I've got 9 years out of this thing. It's a 12-year warranty. Well, nearly 9 years without a 12-year warranty. Not quite. It is May 2025. And this thing, I think, goes to 3 years on August 8th. So, yeah. I've got time on the warranty. I've also got a tank warranty. So I don't feel like I'm a fool for not replacing it. It's still got 3 years. If the tank goes, I guess they give me a new water heater. So I'm going to ride that out. And it could go either way. I could either abandon this part at the parts store because it didn't show up in time when it does show up and wait for the warranty part. Or if the warranty part shows up in an hour, hey, we're putting it in because 4 days without hot water is kind of a drag. In the meantime, we're boiling water and trying to bathe in that. Or we can go to a kid's house and get cleaned up too. But I've got a wife who's a caregiver for her 83-year-old mother and her mentally disabled son. So it's a real burden for us to not have it. I can live without it, but it's tough for them. So anyway, what's the moral of the story? I don't know. Nobody knows when these go out. They're going to try to throw their parts. Even warranty wanted to just throw me a thermopile. If I didn't know any better, I'd say, okay, I'd wait, up to 5 days to get that thing, put it in only to find out that's not the issue. And this is the issue because it's sending bad codes. And then they send you this. So, I don't know. I would recommend trying to locate a thermopile first. They're relatively universal. You don't have to get a Rheem one or a Honeywell one. Just get one. They all kind of plug in the same way. There's 2 wires and, this guy right here. That's the thermopile. It's like several thermocouplers stacked onto one. I guess since 2010, this is the style of things that they've been using. They don't use the thermocouplers anymore. They use these thermopiles. This is the new thing. But yeah, I would recommend trying that first, finding one, getting it in, just to see if this is the culprit, because otherwise it's going to set you back days. Now, it would make more sense to me for Home Depot to stock these parts. This, all of it. All of these parts, they're pretty simple. They could have them in stock. They don't take up a lot of shelf space. If you called Rheem, explained that you had a problem, they could say, oh, Why don't you just go to Home Depot with this authorization code and pick up these parts? You could do that and it would be super easy. I suspect the reason Home Depot isn't doing this is because they're much more interested in people just getting frustrated and saying, screw this, I'm going to buy a new water heater, than fixing water heaters. I mean, you can buy this stuff online. You got to wait days for it. Most people aren't going to want to do that, or a lot of people aren't going to want to do that. I'm not in the position to just throw money at a water heater that still has over 3 years left of warranty on it, when by all accounts, I should have this issue resolved, but I don't. So we wait and we go without hot water. I'm not going to be getting this unit in from my tech guy today. Apparently they forgot to order it. And I should see this unit come in for warranty either tomorrow or the next day. So, man, my family's not happy. I'm not happy. It's all very frustrating, but it is what it is. Welcome to home ownership. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Hit the like and subscribe if you could.